Well, I think today, since I've got the day off, we're going to try to pull this into the garage and get that new fuel pump in it, and maybe look over some of the other stuff. I think it had a power steering fluid leak too. I might look at that, but first things first, I got to get it out of here. And since it won't run without a fuel pump, I'm going to give it a try, see if I can pull it with this. I figure this will be easy to stop and get out and turn the wheel because I don't have anybody to drive the car for me. So we're going to give this a try, see if I can get it around. First things first though, I guess I have to move my my truck. It's kind of in the way. I got to make quite a few turns here to get where I want to be, but the truck's in the way, so I'm going to grab a battery for that and move that. Alright, I got a battery in this bad boy. Let's see if she'll fire up. Ah, nice. Haven't run in a while, but whatever, she's fine. And we'll just park it far enough out of the way and we'll get back to work. Hey, shut off on its own. Awesome. Well, I've got it hooked where I could. Not really an ideal spot, but we'll go slow and we'll just see if it moves. Car's ready to go. It's in neutral and everything, so see if we can break it free. There we go. It ain't pretty, but she's broke free. I believe this was my power wire for the fuel pump. Looks like something got to chewing on it. Yeah. So that might be why it didn't work. I thought I crawled under in the backside and checked it, but maybe I didn't. So we'll pull her into the garage anyway and see what the deal is. Well, I didn't eat my Wheaties this morning. Pulled her all the way up into the driveway with the Bobcat there, but kind of had to start pushing her by hand because I didn't want to mar up the bumper with the Bobcat. But yeah, it's a little tough to push, so I think I'm just going to replace this wire right here. I mean, I can get to it pretty easily, and we'll see if that gets the fuel pump running again. And if it does, good. If it doesn't, I'll grab the Bobcat, put a tire in front of it, I suppose, and just push her on in and then replace the fuel pump. But she's been sitting a while. She's kind of dirty. I got moss growing in my bumper, and saw that, but she's dirty, dirty. But I like them kind of grungy, especially when they sound like this one does. Well, I'm going to see if I can find another chunk of wire, and we'll put that on there and see if it runs the fuel pump. Well, alright, I got a new chunk of wire in. It's not a whole chunk. I just placed in a piece to replace that bad part, so if this works, I can just back it in and replace it right, so I don't have to do it on the sand. And look at a few other things while I'm here. I got a battery in it, so let's see if that fuel pump kicks over. Stinks to high hill in this car now. Mice have gotten into it finally. Took them long enough. Well, I don't hear the fuel pump running. It'll crank over all day long, but son of a gun. Well, looks like I may have to replace the fuel pump after all. But I may be close enough that I can put some fuel in the fuel bowl and have it run just long enough to get me back into the garage. So I'm going to grab some fuel and we're going to give that a try, because I really don't want to push this thing anymore. Alright, I've got some fuel in the bowl, so we'll see if it starts. It stays running. Will it move? That's the next question. I have a feeling it may need some tranny fluid. No, maybe not. Gotta warm up for a little bit, that's all. Well, looks like I'm going to need to put some more fuel in it and see if I can check the tranny fluid, because it didn't move right away. Of course, it has been sitting quite a while, so. Alright, we got some tranny fluid in it now, and some more gas. Now, I checked the tranny fluid before I started it up, and it was on the stick just fine. But the problem with that is you can't really check it unless it's running. And once it ran, of course, fluid went in the torque converter and everywhere else, and it wasn't enough. So, put a bunch in it, let's see if it's enough to move. I think it is. Well, it'll move forward fine. Let's see what I'll reverse. Oh, son of a gun. Well, I got her into the shop a little bit. That'll probably be good enough for now. I'll move some stuff and we'll move it back a little further. Well, apparently it wasn't the mice I had to worry about, or the bees in this car. I started jacking it up. I had my head under here, but I looked up there, and he's gone now, but all of a sudden, snake's head come popping out, looking at me. He's sitting right on top of the gas tank somewhere. I don't know where he went. But I got a snake living in there, probably eating up all the mice. I don't mind snakes, but you know, when I'm working on the car, where are you? When I'm working on the car, I don't want them slithering down and biting me. Probably won't. I think it was just a gardener. I get a really good look at him. I don't know where the heck he went though. He just popped his head out and then scurried back under. Huh. Oh well, I guess he'll come out when he's good and ready. For the meantime, I'll just start working. Here's my my fuel pump set up, if I can get back there and show you. Don't remember if I had a filter before the fuel pump or not, but if I don't, I'm going to put one in. I should be able to get to it here. I'll put jack stands under it and then let it back down. And we'll just replace that sucker real quick and see if we can get it to work again. Well, looks like I found that little bugger. There he is. You're sitting right up where I need to work, pal. I'm gonna have to get a stick or something to get you out of there. Looks like a decent sized one. Not huge, but looks like he's getting fat off mice, I'll tell you what. I'll go find a stick and poke him out of there. Hopefully I don't get bit, but hey, you only live once, right? Well, it took a little while, but at least I shoot him out of my car. Now he's stuck in my garage. He just did not want to leave that car. Alright, dirty bugger. Get out of here. Go away. I like you, so I'm not going to kill you because you eat mice. I really don't like mice. But I'm not going to leave you in my shop. Maybe I should. Get rid of some of them freaking mice. Hey, you're going the wrong way. Oh, that's it. Hey, get back that way. Come on. Scoot, dirty bugger. Oh, you're coiled up under my air compressor. I'm not liking it. Alright, well, I'm going to round up this snake one way or another and get him the hell out of my garage. And you guys will see me when I start doing that fuel pump. Alright, well, I've got the snake out of there and went ahead and I pulled the fuel pump. And it went pretty easy. I think I may pull that filter and see if I have another one laying around. Or if I have a cartridge or something. And replace that, because when I took it off, I just grabbed the top bolt and went to town, and what that did was unscrewed the top plate on this fuel pump, and it fell apart. But man, you smell this gas, it's old, it's nasty. It's right up there with old gear oil. The way it smells, it's just horrible. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that filter off of there and see what that looks like, and then grab my new fuel pump and throw that in, and maybe a new filter if I have one laying around. I don't know if I do or not, but and then we'll go from there. Put some fresh gas in it this time, and I'll have to go uptown for that, but then we'll see if we can get it to run again. Alright, I've got the new fuel pump in. I've got the lines hooked back up. I cleaned out that filter and it was pretty good. I got everything ready to go, and as you can see, something I learned the hard way the first time I put this in is that screw clamp there on the outlet side. This kit comes with those cheap clamps and they do not hold, at least it didn't for me, so I use screw clamps on everything on the outlet side. Sorry I didn't film coming down here and doing all this stuff, but there's barely room for me under here the way I got it jacked up, and dirt falling in my face from the gopher mound that must have been right here. So I've got that in. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to test it, and then if it works I'll replace this wire. But we're just going to turn the key now and see if we can hear the fuel pump run. I'm not going to try to start it. I want to get some fresh gas before we go too crazy. Hopefully she'll hum. Yep, I heard it. Let me close the door here. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. Yep, it's running. So now I'm going to let her down and get a whole bunch of fresh gas and throw in there. Try to clean out some of that old stuff, and then we'll fire it up and hopefully it'll work good. Well, I've gone ahead and I put 10 gallons of fresh gas in her. Let's turn the key and see if she'll start pumping. I can hear it. Make sure it ain't leaking. Don't see any leaks. That's good. Let's see if we can see it up here. Oh yeah, I see fuel. Alright, let's fire it up then. Alright, she's running. Might be a little rich, but she runs. So I guess now we can, well, I gotta run it again. I can figure out where the power steering fluid's going, where the tranny fluid's going, and where the coolant's going. Darndest thing doesn't leak a drop of oil though. So now that I got her going, I think I'll look into those things.